Hey fam, it is your girl, the one and the only Spicy, and I'm here today with another pick a card reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is feeling blessed and is great. I am feeling good and I'm excited to be here to be doing another reading for y'all. The question that I'm going to be asking today is, how do you influence others? So we're going to be asking Spirit, how do you influence other people? This could be the people directly around you or, just people in general. So, yeah, welcome. First and foremost, welcome to all the new viewers and a special welcome back to all the returning subscribers. I want to give y'all a big heart and just show y'all some love for, just consistently supporting this channel and commenting, liking, sharing, watching, doing what y'all do. So I definitely appreciate y'all. And yeah, I look forward to dropping more fire readings. Other than that, if you are new to pick a cards in general, or if you just need a reminder, because I'm always going to tell you what to do, you can go ahead and pause the video right now if you need to and look at all the decks that you have in front of you and then choose the deck, or you could choose the crystal that you are attracted to the most. So for pile one, we have the Terra Soleil tarot deck, I believe is what it is. I believe that with the citrine crystal. We also have the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck with the Amethyst Crystal. And then last but not least, we have the Chinese Tarot deck with the Clear Crystal Quartz Geode. So you can pause the video right now if you need to. And then you're going to click the description box, scroll down, and you'll see the timestamps. And you're just going to choose the timestamp that correlates with the pile that you have chosen, or the piles that you have chosen, because it's up to you. But yeah, I'll see you at your reading. All right, my pile one people. I definitely want to apologize because this deck right here is called the Stardust Tarot deck, not the Terra Soleil, but it's made by Terra Soleil. But for the most part, yes, this is the Stardust Tarot. If you chose pile one with the citrine crystal, welcome, welcome back. And definitely make sure that you check out all of the information in the description box. There I have links to book a personal reading, to donate to this channel if you would like to check out my Etsy store, and also to follow me on Instagram. So all of that information is there. Definitely get nosy, look around, check me out, see what I'm up to, and yeah. So for today's question, we're asking Spirit, how do you influence others? So I have some other decks over here that I'm going to be using. Hopefully I can get to them. We have the Hip Hop Queens, we have the Sacred Destiny, and then we also have a Divine Feminine Oracle deck that I'm going to be using. But yeah, we're just asking Spirit, like, how do you influence others? And of course, we're asking as far as like positively, like, how do you positively influence others? And y'all, I'm not one of them spiritual bypassing people that be like positive vibes only. Like, I know that life can be very hard and difficult and challenging. But for this reading, we are looking at how you, of course, positively influence the people around you, within the hopes that you will keep doing that and just becoming such a bright and amazing light within your life, and then, of course, within the lives of others. So let's go. Let's go. I'm excited to read, y'all. I'm excited to read. Okay, teacher. That's what is coming out. Oh, you a teacher. Yeah, some of y'all could be already off the rip. We have the Hierophant, the Ten of Pentacles. Y'all could really be teaching people about like financial well-being. So that could be something that you're really doing at this point in time. But I'm going to just get 3 more cards to clarify these cards, and then I'll keep it moving. But it's like when I can pick up the energy from the beginning, I'll be quick to, quick to get to the point. Yeah. I like how y'all influence other people. I really do. Like, what you do is needed. What you do is needed. What you do is very much needed. Okay, so for the most part, I really feel as though y'all are, very evolved type of people. And like the Hierophant, It's all about like, yeah, you could read it for like, oh, marriage and this and that, but for the Hierophant, I always think about higher learning, you know. In the Mystic Mondays deck is like the Hierophant card is like, it's like that third eye, and then it has like the pyramid. So it just makes me think about like y'all just being like old souls and also unconventional thinkers. But yeah, you are definitely someone who sees the higher, with a bigger picture when it comes to things. And you could also be someone who's very spiritual, very tapped into the spiritual realm and just guidance, and actually using what you are using, the downloads that you're receiving, and making it make sense for your life, and then also helping other people within their lives as well. So it just comes off as like you're a teacher, you're an educator, or someone like that. But I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles and even with the Nine of Cups, for you, you really do influence people to make something of themselves, you know, and to think about the bigger picture, to not just think about who they are today, but also to think about how, like, how they are, like who they you also help people think about like the implications of who they are and how it's going to affect, you know, their family, or how it's going to affect the other people that are coming after them. So you make people want to not only think about, you know, being better for themselves, but to be better for other people that come after them. Y'all get what I'm saying? It's like you encourage people to make changes. You might even encourage people to break generational curses. And the one I see here is definitely gonna, it falls within the lines of poverty, and then also of like fulfillment, or like satisfaction, or like the attainment of wishes. It's like you really, you know, teach people how to go after what they want in life, especially if they want financial freedom and independence, and time freedom, and if they want to feel, you know, satisfied with what they, you know, create within their lives. It's like you influence people to be successful. That's what you do. You also influence people to, you know, want to stand up for themselves, and of course want to create the life that they ultimately want, and how to like push things out of the way that no longer apply to them, you know, not being bogged down by things that don't matter. That's you. It's like you really teach people how, I guess it's like, to be focused and to get rid of distractions, and to, you know, focus on, you know, what they actually want. And all of it is based and rooted in self-love. It's like you telling people like, you know, you creating a better life for yourself is an act of self-love. I feel like that's something that you would tell people. But for the most part, I also think that you also help people come to their own decisions. And I feel like you also encourage people and let them know, like, just because you may not know exactly what it is that you want to do in life, that doesn't mean that you can't put yourself out there and try. So I feel like people that are influenced by you might be a little confused. You know, they might be a little confused about their life direction. But I really feel like you teach people that, like, you know, things happen in time, or like everything has its own particular, you know, season, something like that. You know, you would be telling people those types of things. But yeah, I definitely do feel like you influence people to be great. You influence people to go be successful. And I feel like it's because you've attained, even if you're not where you want to be, it's like you have attained a certain level of success within your own life. So where you feel like you could go back and teach other people like how to do that. Even people, like I said, that are confused, or people that still might be dealing with distractions, people that may not be yet that focused yet. It's like you may not be where you want to be, but the information and the knowledge that you do have is very much true. It's based in fact. It is what it is. So I feel like you know, are that type of person that's like gonna give and gonna want to tell people, or want to offer people things, and just be like, yo, this is the information, like this is what it is, like I encourage you to take this information because it's gonna help you, you know. Also with the Three of Cups too, I just feel like you're someone who, like, you would be the person that would establish a good rapport with people. I feel like they listen to you because of just the type of, you know, friendly vibes that you give. And then with the Three of Cups, it also talks about like celebration as well, and success. So I feel like you really do, like, I feel like people really are influenced by not only your friendly disposition. You could be a very friendly type of person, but I feel like they're influenced also by this idea of success that they attribute to you. So people could see you as a very highly successful person. Like, they really see that. And it's like, you don't have to have the most money in the world, but I feel like you've attained a certain level of success, and where it's like you could look back and feel comfortable and feel grateful for what it is that you have built up for yourself. Ooh. Yeah. And with this Two of Swords here, that just brings up the idea of, I feel like the confusion that I feel like some people really do have, and like you really would influence them to have to come out of this energy and to have to make decisions. Because if you're confused, it's like you're not gonna, if someone, you've been confused before in your life, right? Because I've been confused many times, but it's like, when you're confused, it puts you in a place to where you can't take any action at all because you literally do not know what to do. Okay, so I feel like you do influence people to get out of that energy, because the longer that you're confused, the more debilitated that you're going to be, and you're going to be less likely to want to take action on any type of information that you're hearing. And with the Ace of Swords here, yeah, it's like you, oh yeah, and there's that I think this is the, yeah, you force, it's like you don't force, okay? You influence people to want to take some type of action. So with this Ace of Swords, like, that's really what it's about. It's like clarity, cutting through the mental confusion. And then the Swords cards are a lot about action. It's about getting things done. So I really do feel like you help people cut through this madness of the confusion that could be keeping them in one spot and not really taking the action that they need to take. So let's get I want to get the Hip Hop Queens deck, and let's see what else comes up. Let's get another, clear cut and defined way of how you influence other people. We have respect. Okay, so you be like, put some respect on my name. I feel like it is what it is within this world. Honestly, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with y'all, because it could be very superficial within this world. But when it comes down to like success, financial stability, having more than enough, building up something for yourself, having knowledge and education, those are the things that people respect. It's like people could say anything they want to say about you, but at the end of the day, if you have the proven results and you have the money and the receipts to back it up, they could say anything about you, but at the end of the day, they're going to have to respect you, because what I just heard in my head was women lie, men lie, but numbers don't. Okay, so for y'all, it's like people have to respect the numbers for y'all. That's just what they have to respect. So that's something that that's how you influence others as well. I feel like you are someone who also command respect. And a lot of y'all could be leaders within your field, or quickly becoming a leader within your field, especially when it comes to thought, especially when it comes to this knowledge and information that you know, and that you're willing to share with other people. And this is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. So I'm just going to see what I get from this deck as well. And we have openness. There's a lot of moon energy here that I see. So with openness, I just feel like you would influence others to just be, when I see open, it just makes me think about awareness. It also makes me think about vulnerability. And even when it comes to aspects of the person's life that they could particularly change. And y'all, on the bottom of the deck, why I see success? Why I see success on the bottom of the deck. So I'm just saying, I'm going to give y'all this card just because I saw it. So I'm just saying, like, I'm thankful for Spirit for just confirming these messages, but I really do feel like you would cause people to have to look within themselves. And even with that Seven of Wands, having to clear out if there's mental clutter, if there's distractions, if there's things in the way, because in a sense, it's like, it's a great act of self-love to put yourself first and to put your success and your stability and the things that you want to create for yourself first. So it's like, you do a lot. You do a lot. You really do help with people's mindsets by giving them information that is going to help them to want to elevate and advance their life, especially when it comes down to material stability. So yeah, success. Like, I was literally saying that, like, all right, this is the divine feminine oracle deck that I'm using right here. And let's get like 2 cards and let's see what's going on. We have new you. Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah, we have new you. And then we also have the chemistry card came up as well. But the chemistry, I feel like, could be related to that 3 of Cups. It doesn't necessarily have to be chemistry between you and another person, but it could also just be the chemistry between you and yourself, or you and what you're doing, you and what you're building for yourself. But it's just a lot of connections that y'all make. Like, y'all really are like that missing link with people, just, or not even the missing link, but I feel like, what is that thing called? It's called the catalyst. There it is. I was thinking about chemistry. I'm like, yeah, the catalyst, like the catalyst for people's transformation and the catalyst for people to change, because you had that missing link or that missing information. And you have a way of just delivering that information to them in a way that makes them want to, join in with what it is that you're doing. I just feel like it's because you're friendly and you have the ability to just like create an open rapport with people and whatnot. And you have that knowledge and the results to back it up. So I just feel like you're the catalyst to really help people transform. Whenever I see this new you card, it always makes me think about like the phoenix, like just rising from the ashes, especially with the fire. And it's like, in order to initiate some type of change, you have to do something different. So I always hear that like the phoenix sets itself on fire, like, but yeah, I really do feel like for y'all really do inspire people to want to change their financial situation and just to build a certain level of success. And success is going to look different to everybody. My determination of what success is may look different from your determination, like how you determine success to be. That's what I meant to say. Okay, my idea of success is different from your idea of success. Your idea of success is different from another person's idea. But I feel like when you see this 10 of Pentacles right here and that 9 of Cups, it's like we know what we talking about when it comes to success. It's like you really do encourage people to want to strive for better and to actually have that material success. Like, we know what that is. When you see the 10 of Pentacles, we know. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I definitely hope that you all enjoyed this reading and you resonated with how you actually influence others positively. Definitely make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I cannot wait to see y'all in the next one. All right, my pile 2 people, if you chose the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck with the Amethyst Crystal, we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading for today. We are asking Spirit, how do you positively influence others? And this is my little disclaimer. I'm not a spiritual bypassing type of person that's like, oh, positive vibes only. I understand that life can be challenging and very difficult at times. I can understand that. But I definitely wanted to highlight, like, how do you influence others in a positive way? Just to encourage y'all to continue being you, to continue doing what you do, and just being a bright light for not only yourself and your own life, but also for others. Because that's what it's about, really. But yeah, welcome to all the new viewers and welcome back to all the returning subscribers. Make sure y'all check out the information in the description box. There you can find links to booking a personal reading with me, to donating to this channel if you would like to, even to checking out my Etsy store where I post my 3D and hand painted gel press on nails with the curve. And to also finding a link to follow me on Instagram if you would like to. But yeah, I definitely encourage y'all to get nosy, look around, and see what's going on with me around the web. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're asking Spirit, how do you influence others? I have 3 other decks over here that I am going to be using. The Hip Hop Queens, oracle deck. I have the Sacred Destiny oracle deck, and then I also have a Divine Feminine oracle deck as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we have the Eight of Wands. We have the Artists. Okay. Let me not jump to conclusions because I be ready to read, especially when I haven't read in a few days. I be ready. So, see, we have the High Priestess. The Page of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Swords within the reverse. Then we also have the Three of Wands. All right, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So the initial energy that I'm picking up from y'all as far as how y'all influence others, especially with that Eight of Wands and the Artist and the High Priestess, I really feel like you inspire others to want to create. You inspire others to want to create and just to do. And I feel like for y'all, the thing that came to mind was it's like stream of consciousness, or just allowing your thoughts to flow, or just allowing, like, especially with that High Priestess, it's like just opening up your imagination and within your creativity and just doing, you know, not really sitting aimlessly, but just like just allow your mind to wander. That's probably something that you would probably tell somebody, is like, what do you imagine? Like, what do you see? What is your vision? Like, allow your mind to wander and see what it comes up with. So I feel like you are very creative people, and you inspire others to want to be creative and to put themselves out there as well, and just to tap into those higher faculties that help with creativity. Is like, being creative isn't something that we all don't have, or we all don't have the capability of being. It's just that some people allow themselves to be in that space longer than others, and they do it continuously and consistently, so they're able to think of these things, and then to be able to manifest these things into reality out of thin air. So I really feel like you encourage people to think like, and to think in a creative space, and to be imaginative. Like, what is spirit guiding you to do? You know, so y'all could be those people who do like guided meditations. Y'all could be people who just be like, you're just like, paint what you see. You know what I'm trying to say? Or, you know, create what you see, or what is it that's going on in your imagination, and bring that into reality. And it's like, you really do inspire, because so you could be an artist, or you could be somebody creative within yourself. Like, you could be someone who just is doing a lot of things. You could have a lot of different passion projects and things that you're moving forth with that actually do require you to be in a creative space. And it's true, some people they just cannot bring themselves to just be creative. They just kind of live a regular one-dimensional life. But I feel like for y'all are the exact opposite of that, and you help and influence other people to think about these things. There's a lot of people who, you know, they just do things because it's comfortable and it's already laid out there for them. But you're someone, I feel like, that creates your own path, your own way. Like, you're taking your own specific journey. And I think that you are doing very well at what it is that you're creating for yourself. So I think that other people are watching this and they feel inspired to want to do the same thing. Yeah, y'all, for some of y'all, I feel like this is different for y'all too. I feel like, you know, maybe at a certain point in your life, you could have been criticized for wanting to do something that was unconventional. So for y'all, I'm just getting unconventional creative. it's just something that's picking up, and it's like, to other people it's unconventional, but to y'all it's like y'all are listening to yourself and to your own happiness. Like, what makes you happy? What is spirit telling you? And that's what you're focused on. You're not really focused on the conventional ways of life, the conventional ways of life and what life would tell you that you have to do. You feel me? Because when I see this Page of Pentacles right here, it just makes me think about someone that is, what I just heard was, I'm not new to the game, I'm true to the game. So you are definitely someone who has experienced your own pitfalls, your ups and downs when it comes to being a creator. And I feel as though you're literally starting out on your own new path and on your own new journey, but you do have substantial knowledge and information that would help. I feel like you encourage people to get out of their head and to not be so anxious and not be so fearful when it comes to creating and doing what you want to do in life. And I literally think it's from other people watching you and seeing the new path that you are, forging for yourself, and just all of the amazing things that you are creating for yourself. So yeah, I definitely do pick up like huge creative person. Like, y'all could be doing creative writing. And I know there's a type of writing, I think it's called autonomic writing or something like that, where it's just kind of like you get out a piece of paper and you just write. Like, you just allow your mind to go, and you bring up a lot of different information or things that, maybe a lot of people would be afraid to want to explore, but yeah, I feel like you being this way, you being so creative, you focusing on your imagination, like, that's truth to you. It's like people could tell you anything, but is it in alignment with what your imagination tells you, or what your vision is, or what you're creating? That's why I'm just like, you inspire people to not be so conventional and to want to think outside of the box, and to not be afraid to want to do so. Y'all could not be creative people at all, but it's just the way that you think. It's the way that your mind works. It really does open up other higher dimensions. You're just not a one-track minded type of person, which is really nice. And yeah, I do feel as though you encourage people to not even just want to do, that's not the point, but you also, yeah, it's like you encourage people to want to be emotionally fulfilled with what it is that you're creating. You're the type of person, similar to Pile One, that is like, if you don't change, if you don't nurture what it is that you're building upon, it's like things are not going to change. But you're that type of person, so you could also inspire people to just do, and don't be concerned with the outcome. That's something that comes up. It's like, just do, don't be concerned with the outcome. Focus on the present moment. Focus on what you're doing right now. So you could also influence people to be focused on the present. It's like, focus on what you're nurturing, care about what you're doing, develop an emotional connection to what it is that you're building, and you will receive the results and the fruits of your labor, especially with that three of wands card. So you're someone who can also influence people, and understanding that, like, you may not always get that instant gratification. You have to be okay with delayed gratification, because you're working with creative energy that has to do with the higher faculties. You're working with creative energy, and it's like, you being a creative, your thoughts could literally be like 5 to 10 years ahead of where society is right now. So you already know that you're going to be waiting, okay, for that gratification. It's not going to always be instant. So you would inspire people to be patient with what it is that they're growing. And I feel like you inspire people to nurture what it is that you're growing, even if you don't see the results of what you want right now. Nurture what it is that you're growing. Yeah, like, with the Queen of Pentacles, it's like, I also feel like that's a nurturing type of energy too. So it's like, you don't only just inspire people to want to have an emotional connection to what it is that they're doing, but take responsibility for what it is that you're doing. Like, you're growing something here, so it's your thing. If you're gonna start a project or start an idea, you have an idea, you starting a project, it's like, it's gonna take time, and you do something. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that Eight of Wands. Like, don't just sit on that energy. Like, create with that energy. And I feel like you all are just y'all, I feel like y'all could be like, not just life coaches, not anything like that, but it's just like, y'all could be a good like facilitator or consultant or something, or someone who just like helps someone, like a project manager or something like that, where it's like somebody comes to you with an idea and you literally just help walk them through how to hash out that idea because you've been there before. You're doing that with the things that you have going on in your life, so you have a certain type of experiential knowledge to help people take something from, you know, nothing, from thin air, and then actually being able to manifest it into something like substantial. So I just feel like you influence people to want to step up for themselves and be responsible for yourself, like nurture yourself, like understand that if you want a result, a certain desired result, then it's going to take you having to put in the steps and the actions and to bring that thing to, you know, to fruition. That's the word, to bring that thing to fruition. So very creative people, you inspire others to want to be creative and to, you know, take action on their ideas and to, you know, just be imaginative and think outside of the box. Like y'all are very unconventional people. Y'all, I know sometimes people get upset and they want to complain in the comments about me being repetitive, but it's like, I tell y'all a lot of different messages, but before I move on to the next deck, I have to wrap it up together in a nice bow so you can understand what I'm talking about, because I know I talk a lot. Okay, so I just want to make sure that y'all are fully aware of what it is that I'm saying, even if I have to say things in different ways for you to get it. But yeah, let's move on to the hip hop queens tarot deck, and let's get, well, oracle deck, and let's get another card for how you influence others. Okay, so we have Angel with the Aaliyah card. This young lady was definitely very creative. She was definitely ahead of her time in pretty much everything that she did. But for the most part, y'all could just be earth angels. Y'all could be people that are, of course, with that high priestess, are very connected to the spiritual realm. And just in general, I feel like you just, it's just a certain like, because when you are imaginative, right, and you're creative, it's like you really have to tap into that pure energy that we get in childhood. And you might help those individuals who are out of touch with their childhood, or, you know, out of touch, or maybe they didn't have the opportunity to create or to be imaginative in their childhood. Maybe they're just locked into that adult, logical, rational, I gotta be conventional way of thinking. But I feel like you really do let people know that, like, no, you actually can tap into the imaginative, just playfulness, just openness of what it was to be a child. Because when you were a child, it's like nothing was out of bounds for you. Okay, nothing was out of bounds. Like, you probably thought you could do anything in the world. You know what I'm trying to say? Like most people do when they're children, they feel like they could do or be anything. So I really do feel like you influence others by just, you know, reminding them of that imaginative, creative energy that we have when we are children, like just something that's so pure, and to build upon that, to make something out of that. The Sacred Destiny Oracle, I'm going to get 2 cards from here, because I had 2 cards that popped up in pile 1. So I'm going to do the same for y'all. We have Blessings. That is amazing. That is amazing. So you definitely do influence others in this way, which is nice. You could definitely, being an earth angel, you could definitely be a blessing to other people that may have felt like they had to be one way or have a one-track mind or be conventional. So you might be literally be a blessing to someone else to be free, to be limitless, to go with the flow of the energy, you know, bringing things to fruition. That's something that came up, and when I saw the fruit on the Queen of Pentacles, it was just kind of like, no, like that's it, that's you being in season, and that's you influencing people to grow, literally making something out of nothing. So you could legitimately, like, straight up, literally be a blessing to, you know, others, which is nice. I feel like you influence people and you remind people of like an energy that maybe they, have, overlooked, or even, influencing people to tap into an energy that maybe they were not able to at a younger point in their life. Maybe they weren't able to do that. Maybe they weren't able to. So y'all, this success card keeps wanting to come up. I'm gonna just show this card to y'all because this came up in pile 1 as well. So yeah, I feel like you could influence people to be successful as well, similar to pile 1, especially with that Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is a very successful lady, so maybe even influencing or letting people know that they can be successful by being unconventional or by creating something for themselves. You don't have to just do what is in front of you or what somebody else told you to do. You don't have to do that. And we also have gateway that came up, and I feel like this has to do a lot with transformation. But for y'all, something that kept popping up in my head was like the crack the code. So I feel like y'all really do teach people and influence people how to like really tap into their higher faculties and tap into their own imagination and into the vision that they see for their lives, and to bring that and to manifest that thing into reality. So that's really nice. And I know I was only supposed to get 2 cards for y'all, but the fulfillment card also came up, and I wanted to show that to you also. And it's just this idea of growth that I see, especially with the Queen of Pentacles, with this card, with the peach, and then also with the flowers here. It's just the idea of growth. So I really do feel like you let people know that they can redefine who they are. Like, you can use your imagination to redefine yourself, and you can redefine yourself in a creative way because it's all coming from your imagination. So you really do influence people to think and to build, to think and to build, to think and to build. So I'm using a Divine Feminine Oracle deck. I also see Walk Away. So yeah, I feel like, that y'all really do influence people to like, especially move on. Like, because when I see the Walk Away card, it makes me think about the 8 of Cups. It's like there's something missing from your life, so you have to actively go on a quest to figure out what that thing is. But once you get that thing, it's like you're gonna feel satisfied. You're gonna feel like fulfillment. Actually, yeah, because that's the 9 of Cups energy, that wish fulfillment. Well, that's like the star card, but just like feeling satisfied with what you have created for yourself, and ultimately that is success as well. So I just feel like you influence people to like want to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Like, want to be creative and like create the life that you want for yourself. Like, use your mind. Like, use your mind. And then for y'all, we also have the narc repellent card that came up as well. And yeah, with y'all being earth angels, that definitely could make sense. It's like you could also be teaching people how to, influencing people to have boundaries for themselves. Or yeah, just because you're a light being, you're someone who really operates in a lot of like pure energies. It's like that don't mean you are just gonna allow any and everybody to get in your way, like, or to be a distraction to you, or to want to pull you down and whatnot. So I feel like you also teach people to, yeah, like be you, but also to set your boundaries as well, because you're creating. So you have to protect that creative space. You have to protect your vision, and you also have to protect your imagination. Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to protect all of those things. To even be able to tap into your higher faculties, you do have to put up boundaries and protect your energy. So I feel like that's just an additional message. But yeah, I definitely hope that you all like this reading. I hope that it resonated with you all. Definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. All right, my pile 3 people. If you chose the Chinese tarot deck with the clear crystal quartz geode, I'm going to get started with your reading. But first and foremost, welcome. Welcome to all the new viewers, and definitely welcome back to all the amazing subscribers. Y'all have been turning up in the comments. Y'all been turning up with the views, with the subscription. So I'm definitely excited about just continuing to put out even more fire content, and just continuing the fun, continuing the healing, continuing the insights. because that's really what it's about. Life is definitely worth living, in my opinion. Life is worth living. So yeah, make sure you check out all of the information in the description box. Sorry y'all, my mind definitely just went blank for a second. Check out all the links, click around, get nosy. I have links there to follow me on Instagram. I have links to check out my Etsy store where I post my 3D and hand painted gel press on nails. Also a link to donate to this channel if you would like to. It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement really, but it's definitely greatly appreciated. I will shout you out. I will in the community tab. Stop playing. And also links to book a personal reading with me. I'm not sure if I said that already. I could have repeated it, but it is what it is. Okay, so in addition to the Chinese tarot deck, I have 3 other decks over here that I'm going to be using. The Hip Hop Queens Oracle deck, the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck, and a Divine Feminine Oracle deck. And Spirit just told me to let y'all know, be patient with me. I'm going to post the links to these cards really soon. I'm going to start posting the links to these so y'all can check them out and purchase them for yourself if you would like to. I'm not that reader that's going to be using all of these different decks and not let y'all know what it is. Okay, I'm not that type of person. I'm going to put them in there because if y'all decide that y'all want to start y'all channel, if y'all want to start reading, it's like you'll have access to these cards. Okay, y'all will have access to them. So let's go ahead and get started. As we can see, my body has already started shuffling these decks, even though my mind wasn't there. We're asking Spirit, how do you influence others? We have the Death card. The Death card coming up straight. Y'all don't be afraid. Don't be afraid because of the Death card. Don't be afraid of that. But yeah, we have that. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Queen of Cups. Let me get some clarification because how it's looking like there's some similarities between pile 1 and 2 already. But let's keep going. Okay, we have the five of staves. I think that's the five of wands. Y'all. You know, it just came to my mind. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with the artist Megan Thee Stallion, but there's a song where she says, "Don't be mad, get a bag. Don't be mad, get a bag." Like that's what she said, and I feel like y'all really influence people to rise above the drama and get a bag. Like a bag is money. A bag is money. That's what that is. But let's keep going. I want to get y'all some clarification cards. Ooh. I'm like, I want to get y'all some clarification cards so that this deck, so that this pile rather isn't like a repeat of the others. But it could be. It could be. It could be. But yeah, for the most part, straight up, it's like y'all really do influence people to do something. Like do something with your life. Okay, do something with your life. And I feel like the way you do it is literally by like you rise above the drama. So for y'all, I feel like there could be a lot of haters, specifically like people that are jealous of you, people that hate on you. And we not talking about them haters for real like that, but I feel like the other people that are watching you or being influenced by you is like they see that, you know, you're someone who can have a really big personality. You know, you're someone who has a really big personality, and I do think that there are people that are intimidated by you. So you really influence others to just be you, be who you are. Like, just be you. Like, be comfortable with your being, be comfortable with your personality, be comfortable with who you are. Regardless of the haters, it's going to be important for you to rise above the drama and constantly evolve. So you be teaching people, right? Sorry, y'all. So you really do teach people to constantly evolve. Like, don't just be the same. Be different. Change. Transform. Like, be you. Be you unapologetically. And I feel like y'all are straight up influencers, like, in this pile. or you're someone who desires to actually be an influencer within the means of social media. So someone who has a big personality, someone who others would be jealous of, but for some reason I feel like you all get money off of just being you. And I feel like at a certain point in time in your life, it's like you always felt like how can I create an income or earn an income for just being me, for just being me. And it's like, for some reason, I get like y'all were overlooked at different points in time in your life, like really overlooked. And you don't have to aspire to want to be an influencer. It's like within whatever career path that you are in, like people are going to admire you because you do that thing so unapologetically, and you're just you, and you have a big personality wherever you are. So you don't just have to see this in the realms of you being social media famous, but wherever you are and whatever it is that you're doing, it's like you have your big personality within that, and people are inspired by that you're just you. Very straightforward, very straightforward. But I feel like at a certain point in time in your life, you may have been caught up in the drama, or been caught up with just dealing with other people, or just caught up with like distractions, or caught up trying to compete, or caught up trying to, it was just too much drama wherever you were. So I feel like y'all are the type of people who you just rise above the drama, you rise above the chaos, you rise above the jealousy, you rise above the hate. And I feel like Spirit has helped you do this, because at a certain point in time, you just decided that things could not stay the same, that you could not just remain in that same place. You couldn't remain in a lower vibrational frequency. You had to bring yourself up. You had to bring yourself higher. For some reason, I just got the image of y'all being like eagles. It's like you just had to bring yourself to a different place, or even like a rocket taking off, something like that, something like that, where it's like you couldn't stay where you were, even within yourself and your attitude, how you saw yourself, or even with the types of people that you were concerning yourself with, you had to rise above. So I feel like once you planted that seed in your mind that is like you had to rise above this, I feel like Spirit really is giving you opportunities for you to be able to bring things back into balance, because like your spiritual team, they see you, or they saw you to be higher than your current circumstance wherever you were. So even right now, I feel like y'all could have a lot of like haters, people that hate on y'all, but they don't understand that the secret sauce is really just nurturing yourself, and you're working towards something, so you're just the type of person who like you would teach other people, like, forget the haters, F all that, go do what you want to do in life. Very big personality. That's what I'm picking up from y'all. That's why I was like, why do I hear don't be mad, get a bag, don't be mad? Like, it's like, why would you spend your time being mad or being consumed with drama? Transform your life and do something different with yourself. That's who you are. And it's like that energy for y'all is just so bold. It's like a very bold energy. So I feel like you could be teaching people, of course, to do the same thing. Like, bring your life back into balance. Like, life may be unfair, which is true. Y'all, I'm not going to sit here and make it seem like life can't be unfair, or people can't overlook us, or people can't, or, people don't hate, or people don't bully, or people don't harass, because they do. But the type of person you are is like, you have the ability to overlook those things and to focus on what truly matters. And I feel like that is bringing your life back into balance. And you show other people too. That's why I'm just like, I feel like the people that are influenced by you, they could pick up on the hate. I was about to say the hating ASS energy. No, they can pick up on that hating energy that other people throw at you, or that jealousy that other people throw at you. But the fact that you continue to rise above it and to nurture and focus on yourself, like you're giving yourself self-love by just living and being unapologetically you, even though it took you a while to get there, is like that would inspire them to want to do the same, That's why I don't know. I think I said life is worth living. Maybe you figured that out too. Like life is worth living. Life is worth living. Y'all have, I feel like with this Nine of Swords, it's like the imagery depicted on this Nine of Swords card is definitely a lot different from the others, because this card talks a lot about fear and anxiety, maybe even sleeplessness, slaying dragons. And as you can see here, it's like The swords are coming towards this, you know, this warrior that coming, or this could be a student, okay, it's coming towards this warrior, but it's like coming from all angles and it's invisible. That's why I'm just like, people could really be throwing a lot at you, but you are just like seamlessly, you know, ducking, dodging, like, okay, it's giving the Matrix. Y'all remember in the Matrix when Neo did that back bend that Sierra was doing in the Goodies video? You know, that back bend and all the bullets was coming everywhere? I want to say that's the Matrix. So it's like, that's what y'all do. Like, the bullets are the hate. The bullets are the the bullets are the jealousy. The bullets is all of those things. And it's like you are seamlessly getting around those things. So it's just like, bad energy, stay away from me. Like, I'm finally at a place in my life where this is for you. It's like, I'm finally at a place in my life where I can unapologetically be me. So I'm not going backwards. So y'all just really would inspire others to just look past the fear and anxiety, because 9 times out of 10, I think y'all understand that it's just a projection from other people. It's just other people projecting things onto you, and whatnot. So you just, it's like you really do influence and teach other people just to like live and be you unapologetically, because you will be rewarded for being you. Like, being you, being free to be you, like that is what is gonna bring things into balance for you, to make things fair. It's gonna give you the ultimate justice that you need from literally just nurturing yourself and being you. Like, that's literally the best thing that you could do for yourself. I feel like that's what you influence other people to do. And it be people that be hating on y'all. It really do. It's people that are jealous and hating on y'all. They be hating. They be hating, but I feel like you have been able to, you know, rise above those things. Now with the 7 of Pentacles, I definitely do feel like you all are working towards something. So you definitely could be teaching people that like it's the best way to be, so you can actually pull back and focus on, you know, tending to your own garden, especially with that Queen of Cups. It always makes me think about nurturing and just also potentially even being a therapist to other people as well. So that's something that you could do. You could the correlation between, I believe, is pile 1. No, I think it's this pile, and it could be pile 2. Pile 2, I think. Yeah, where it's just kind of like you would be a good, you know, counselor, a good therapist, or someone that could be able to identify and empathize with other people that were at the place that you were at, because you've been there before. So I really do feel as though it's like you all would teach people, like, if you get over the drama, if you know, stop focusing on other people, transform and evolve, like, it'll give you the space and it'll give you the opportunity to be focused on like tending to your own garden and like creating and like putting yourself in that space of where it's just like you're just getting mad stuff done, you know, and putting yourself in a space to where you can actually be motivated to build and create something for yourself. So I like that. I like that. I like the energy of all of the decks, all of the piles. I really do. But your pile, I feel like, is just more so focused on being you unapologetically. Like, just be you. Being you. Like, you would influence other people to want to be that way as well. So, excuse me. Let's move on to the hip hop queens deck, and let's see. Y'all, my cards always be falling out on the ground, so when it falls out, it's like I have to scoot back, scoot forward, like just do all of this. Like, it'd be a lot. See, but here, the card that came out for y'all was self-esteem, and then attitude came out as well. I just wanted to show that to y'all. But yeah, self-esteem is a big one, and I feel like a lot of your journey had to do within you. You know, just when it comes to your self-esteem, it's like self-esteem is everything. It's that confidence within you. It's how you actually feel about yourself. And I feel like in order for y'all to even have these big personalities, you've had to feel that confidence, and you've had to understand that, like, no, I deserve goodness. Like, I don't deserve drama. I don't deserve any of those things. I deserve to live within who I am and to enjoy myself. And I feel like you really do inspire others to want to be this way, to want to be confident, because LaChat is wearing a lot of yellow. And that just is making me think about the solar plexus chakra. And that chakra is connected to that self-esteem, is connected to confidence. So it's like y'all really do put yourselves out there. I just get like really big personalities, and you inspire other people to want to, you know, be happy with themselves as well. Yeah, it's self-love, but it's like it takes it one step further, because like self-love could be anything to anybody. Like, you know, like some people feel like getting a facial is self-love. Okay, you feel like living unapologetically, you being happy with yourself, like that's self-love. You see what I'm saying? So it's like self-love could be different things to different people, but for y'all it's just unapologetically being and living, like that's you. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle. Let's get y'all 2 cards from here, since I had 2 cards come out for pile 1 and 2. So for y'all, we have power. Yeah, that's all. Just like y'all have very, like, your personality is mad bold. It's bold. Like, it's not like, I like that, because it's like we gonna know who you are. We gonna know who you are. Like, it's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. We know you. We see you. And I feel like you inspire other people to be powerful as well by just showing up unapologetically them. And there's power within that, because when you are you, it's like you understand different things about yourself. Like, you understand what respect means. You understand what boundaries are. You understand what accountability is, because it's like no one else can tell you about yourself, because you know you. No one can tell you about yourself. Like, no one can say, oh, this is how you are, or this and that. It's like, you're gonna know. You're going to know your strengths. You're going to know your weaknesses. You're going to know. You know who you are. So can't nobody come in your face telling you this and that, or you deserve less than what you believe that you deserve, or no one can tell you that, because you know who you are. Like, so it's just a certain type of power, just a very strong energy that you really hold. And I feel like you inspire other people to be this way too. Even if, you know, y'all, we have flaws. We not perfect people, okay? We not perfect people. So even if somebody came up to you and they told you something that you know is a weakness for yourself, it's like, you know you. And so what? Like, let's move forward. Like, I'm gonna transform myself. Like, I'm gonna keep transforming myself. I'm gonna keep evolving. So you also could inspire people to like be who you are at any given moment in time. Don't feel like you always have to be different, because where you are is where you are. As long as you continue to keep elevating above the drama and keep transforming and evolving your life, then and so what. And then we also have voyage here as well. And whenever I see this, it makes me think about like support. So I feel like, because it's like this whale is carrying the other whale, and it's just like, I feel like this whale, bigger whale, would be you, and then it's like this little whale right here would be like the people that you influence. It's like you really do help to like fast track people, and just to like, it's for some reason I just thought about like a portal, and that kind of brings me back to the Matrix. It's like, it just makes me think about a portal. It's like you really would just fast track the lives of others, because you understand that like it all starts within you, and how you see yourself, how where your self-esteem is, where your confidence is. It's like you are probably someone who is like, you feel as though you can achieve any and everything in life, just based purely on the fact that you know who you are and you're not afraid to put yourself out there, you know. So y'all could definitely be like here with the Ace of Coins, just getting a lot of opportunities. Even with the Knight of Coins, you're always building up on something consistently, because you just know who you are, like point blank period. And yeah, with the Voyage card, it just really makes me think about like you really do influence people to go through that gateway of transformation? Like, are you influence people to like not be stagnant, to always, you know, be transforming yourself and evolving yourself? So it's just, you would inspire people to take action, or movement. And I think that you do support others as well. So yeah, you could definitely be someone who's a therapist or a life coach or something. Like, you just really do, you know, you inspire others. Like, you really do. And the reading is like, how do you influence others, right? Like, but yeah, no, you really actually do. And it's just, it's so pure, and it's like based off of a sense of you just knowing who you are, like, and influencing others to be that way as well. Yeah, y'all, I said this in pile 2. I know some people get upset with the repetitiveness, or maybe me saying things over and over, but I just feel like I say a lot. So I really want to be able to wrap things up so that you can understand, because I really do say a lot in my mind. It goes. It really goes. Like, but I don't know if y'all have a problem with that. I know some people did. Some people, but they're not the majority. So here's the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. I'm going to get 2 cards from here. And then we're going to wrap up this reading for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We have Risk Taker. And we have False Mask within the reverse. Yeah. Yeah. I think it is a risk in life in general to, you know, not only just bet on yourself, but to be yourself, because there's too many people in life that are operating with this false mask of deception and not really knowing who they are. So that's a risk within itself, to be yourself, to put yourself out there, to live authentically in your truth and as who you are, and then to deal with drama or ridicule or hate or jealousy from other people. Like, that's a risk, because some people in life is like, they don't want to create waves. They just want to be where they're at. You know, it's not too much attention on them. You know, they're comfortable where they are. But I don't think that's you. There's something that I heard in my head was, nobody puts baby in a corner. Okay? Nobody is putting you in the corner. That's not what you are here for. Like, for y'all, life is really truly worth living because you're living authentically you. So I really feel like you do influence people to put yourself out there and to be, of course, authentic. And that's a risk. Okay? That is a risk within itself, because you really could just be ordinary, basic, and stuff. And I'm not coming for anybody. I'm really not coming for anybody. But it's just like, you can either choose to do what everybody else is doing, or to stand out. And that's a risk within itself, because, you know, it is what it is. But I feel like you find power in taking risks. I feel like you would rather create waves than to be stagnant or to just be the same. That's just what I feel like, and what I pick up from your energy, because you have a very big personality. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave it right there. I definitely hope that you all enjoyed this reading, and you have a better idea of how you influence other people. Definitely make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.